All right, on to this, what my friends have suggested. So, one of my friends said, if you could help it, don't commute. And so this is one with time management, but two, also social. One thing with commuting, it depends how far you are commuting and what is like the road you're taking to get to school. If it's really complicated and it's always traffic, do you want to be able to drive that? Or are you in a situation where it's better if you commute? In my opinion, if you live like 10-20 minutes from the school, you could commute, but this individual was like close to an hour away from school. Some people feel like they miss some things off campus when they're commuting. Sometimes that's the case, sometimes not. In my opinion, my school does a great way of keeping those students involved. We have an organization for commuter students. I recently learned that one of my classmates are commuting, and I was kind of shocked because I thought she lived on campus, and I guess not. And in her perspective, she loves commuting, but then I have this other friend who stopped commuting and became an on-campus student this semester. So it's all preference. I would say if you're in the place of where you could commute or you don't have to, maybe for the first semester try to commute, or maybe the first semester you don't commute, the second semester you do commute. I had situations where there was a girl commuting, or there was a friend living on campus that is now driving from home to campus every day, and she prefers it. So try it out, see how it goes, figure out what works for you. This next thing is when things are getting really hard with school, life, anything. If you feel like you need help, go to your counseling services or a trusted individual because they're so helpful, and I truly agreed to this. At the beginning of the school year, I went for a situation. I wanted advice on this particular situation. I got advice, and this, when I approached the situation better, it was easier. I wasn't as nervous. I still was nervous because but in my opinion, if I didn't go and ask a trusted individual, if I didn't go to the counseling service and got advice that actually works, well, then I would have approached that situation that probably wouldn't have ended so great. So yeah. And then for academic advice in general, put yourself out there the first month because it's a lot of adjusting, and it's gonna be hard because depending on how your high school was or the schooling you had before high school, it's going to be different most likely. I went to 2 high schools before coming to college, and I thought they were going to be the same. They were completely different. One, I was in school for 8 hours, 7 classes every day, the same schedule every day, while my other school we had either class in the morning or class in the afternoon, not both. So we were only in class for a max of 3 to 4 hours per day. And I had a schedule where Wednesday and Monday were the same, Tuesday and Thursday were the same, and then Fridays would switch. And then we had either our sport in the afternoon or in the morning, depending. It would be the opposite than when school was. In my situation, that my second school is pretty much similar to what college is like. There's one more for academics. Keep in mind that anything is hard. It just depends if you think it's worth it or not. And I feel like this comes up a lot when individuals come to college and they're like, I don't know if this is for me. Well, then what I suggest doing, look at the potential ideal career for you. Does it need college, or does it require something else? Or are you able to get to the same level that you want to be without college, or do you need a degree to get there? Figure out what works best for you. if you have a career center at your school, go to them, go to your advisors, go to your counseling services, go to your resources at your school before you make a final decision. Because when you have a college degree, it's easier to go back in school than if you took some classes but you have no degree. So, I'm not saying it's impossible to get a job without a college degree. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying for the ideal job that you're looking for, what would work best for you? Or does that mean staying in college? Does that mean looking at other schools? Does that mean being an intern at a job? Because when you're in college, you could intern. So like a lot of my advisors suggest having an internship sometime in college. Go work at somewhere where you want to be someday. They suggest instead of getting a job at a diner and being a waitress or a waiter, go work at somewhere where you may potentially work in the future. Maybe not that exact location, but that field. Like, go to a law firm. Do they need interns? Do they need someone working at the front desk? Go and ask. And also see if your college has a career center where there's individuals who want to work with your school and connect with the students and have them give experience by giving you an internship, giving you a part-time job. Go and ask, because if you don't ask, you'll never know. Simple as that. All right, now onto the social life. And before I get to this last one, when I look through all the comments once more, if there's more comments on academic and social life, I'll be sure to make another video for that. All right? Sweet. Social life. Put yourself out there and talk to as many people as possible. This could work for commuters and people living on campus. Either go into your dorm building or find someone on campus that you want to be friends with that lives in a dorm building, and just go down the hall, knocking on doors, finding people who want to meet others. And keep in mind, some people just may not be in the room, but if you knock on people's door, 1, introduce yourself, figure out your major, tell them what building you're in, or if you're a commuter, and then ask them what's their name, major, and if they're joining any clubs or if they're already in a club or what they're interested in doing, or if it's a nice day outside, if they want to play spike ball, frisbee, soccer, football, tennis, or basketball. Ask them, and just ask them to join. But keep in mind, some people's schedule when you knock on their door may not be the best. They might be in class, they may be doing homework, but at least introduce yourself or say hey, my name is so-and-so, I'm this major, and I just want to say, if you see me around campus, you could always say hi to me. Or if they're not home, then if they're not in their dorm, just come back. And then, what else was out there? If you see anybody on your campus yard and it doesn't look like they're going to a class, or it doesn't look like they're going somewhere where they need to be at that moment, maybe if it's the first month, maybe ask them a question where you already know the answer, hey, where's the library? Hey, where's this building? Or hey, where's the cafeteria? Or hey, where's this restaurant? Or where do I pick up my books? Or where's the office for faculty, for professors? And let me tell you, that question, that's a tricky question, because on my campus, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places that I know where staff could be, their offices, and I know there's more. I think there's at least 2 more. 4 more where teachers or faculty may be. So that may be a tricky question, but that person thinking, and I would say 8 times out of 10, that individual will help you. At least give you directions or show you where that location is. And I remember my first week, I was actually helping people figure out the first week of classes. So it was the second week I was on campus because I had to come a week early. And I was actually helping people find classes. I remember one of my friends, we had this class that met on Fridays. And he's like, how do I get there? And I was already sitting in the class, and so I basically asked him which building he was coming from and attempted to give directions. Eventually, he got to class on time. But my explanation wasn't that great because it was over the phone. So, yeah. But I still helped him out with that, and yeah. I don't know where the idea of that storyline was going. But anyways, this is already a long video. So I'll probably cut this into another portion of a video. This is probably going to be a 3-parter instead of a 2-parter. And then if I find any more suggestions, it will be 4 parts. Yeah, I think that'll be better, because I think y'all enjoy short videos better. Because I enjoy short videos better too. So, yeah. If there's any questions on this, be sure to leave a comment down below. If you have more questions, which I didn't ask, or you want more clarification, because I know I breezed through this because I just got done with one of my classes and I have one in 2 hours. And I need to refresh my brain on some terms because I do have a test today. So yeah, and now I'm just rambling on. Fun. So yeah. If you also have any suggestions for college students or incoming college students, please be sure to leave that down below as well. And if you want me to put that in a video or not. So yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all. One person said, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I was going to word this.